Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome to our swag bag event. No comments just yet, but I just popped on. It is noon on the dot, so good afternoon, beautiful souls. Good morning to our ladies who are not on the East Coast, because for everybody else it is still morning right now. But I'm so excited to share with you today. My name is Dominique. And I wrote myself some notes because though you may have seen me in one of these events before, this topic is really near and dear to my heart. Today we're going to be talking about meaningful adornment, so the symbolism behind jewelry. Hi Elizabeth. If you ladies just let me know if you can hear me. Hi, Karen. Good morning. That's our first comment. Okay, so in today's live, we're diving into the symbolism and the meaning behind jewelry, right? It's something that is, it's what makes jewelry special. So I think by now we all kind of realize that jewelry can elevate an outfit. But when we dive deeper into the actual meaning of it all, it really comes together and tells a story. So we're going to feature, of course, some of our timeless romance collection. I love that Park Lane called it timeless romance. I personally like to call it heirloom energy, because these pieces are so classic and they meld so well together with the pieces that we already have in our collection. And I'm going to share a little bit of styling, of course, with you guys today as well. But this collection it's a love letter, I think. It's a love letter wrapped up in gold and sparkle and sentiment. And I think that when you wear something, it should tell your story. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so let's go ahead. Okay, forgive my nerves. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the ivy bracelet. Okay, so hopefully my camera, I'm getting a glare, so I'm sorry for the glare, but the ivy bracelet, right? Everybody's loving this so far. This is heirloom energy right here. She's what you think of when you think of something that you would pass down. She would make a perfect gift, right? Maybe an anniversary gift, hint, hint, to wear to that candlelit dinner, or something that reminds you that you're the main character, right? Because she is designer inspired. I love that. That Van Cleef & Arpels look, but the floral print, okay? So we have a lot of quatrefoils in our collection, of course, and we're gonna talk all about that too, but the flowers really give you that feminine energy, right? So I have her paired here with a gold jewel bracelet, which is a hinge style cuff, and this one on the bottom, you might be surprised, is actually our blossom bracelet that is a style drop. Don't hate me if she's not available. Last I checked she was, but I have her reversed, so we just have that solid high polished bangle that really frames and highlights that ivy bracelet. Okay, so loving the flowers. I love how Brandy paired it with the Ashton and the Lanas. I thought that was perfect. She's dainty, she's elegant, she's something that you could wear by herself and then pop on something huge like our Zelda necklace. Okay, so I have this with the Zelda necklace and the black impression. I don't have the black Lana necklace, can you believe it? So I had to find something to sub that out, and I got the black impression. I think we forget about her. So still looks great with those black Lana earrings, right? Or if you don't love the Lanas with it, you could do, keeping with the flower theme, the gold hoops from the Carmelia. So very feminine, very main character energy. Like I said, if you don't love the big, bold Zelda necklace, which, don't knock it till you try it, ladies. She's absolutely fabulous. I have a friend who wore the Zelda like this. If I could pop this around for you. Okay. Did I get it right? I think so. Now, you are going to have some dangles in the back, but she flipped her popcorn chains to the front with an open back top. This would be fabulous, by the way. But you could do something like that with your ivy, right? Again, main character energy here. That's what we're going for. Or maybe frame that impression necklace, because black exudes boldness, it exudes confidence, right? You could do the chain from the mini necklace. If you remember, mini is that big puffed heart. And this is where I really want to get deep with you all, okay? You love the designer look. You could do the chic necklace with your ivy bracelet, okay? And I do have a second arm party we could pop her into if you're more of like the hematite, emphasis on the black look. So the chic necklace, another designer look, most well known in Gucci, but you'll see this in Christian Dior. This little horse bit, you'll see it in Hermès. Hermès. My French accent is not great, but there is a hematite arm party for you. So hematite jewel. Hematite is known for grounding and healing, so I love that. Gold is known for vitality, so I love how they did the dainty chain. Vitality, simple, elegant. I have a gold Denali, the bauble for our bauble babes, and then a hematite lifestyle as well. I think Tiffany last night, she said punk rock princess or something to that effect, and I just loved it. So we're getting a little bit bolder on the wrist, simpler on the neck, totally fine. Before I lose track, the horse bit, right? This is representative of a horse lover, of course, the equestrian style, but it's also indicative of legacy. So I love that. I love the classic simpleness of it, legacy, and then there was something else I wanted to say, but I'll have to share the notes on it. Okay, so the ivy, of course, leading into all this. If you needed a ring, you could stick with the prosperity and elegance. That's what it was. Luxury. That's what the horse bit represents. So, sticking with the designer look, I have the crest ring, that Cartier-inspired piece to go with this one. And if you don't love the all gold, you like a little bit of that bold black back in here. Let's go with the domino. This is titanium carbide, which is titanium is specifically like endurance, right? So I love that. We're giving legacy vibes with this look, from the ivy, that heirloom piece, the luxurious chic, and then the titanium ring. All right, so if your ladies loving the chic, we're gonna move on to our second feature piece from the new collection, which is the everlasting necklace, okay? So everlasting, I think the name says it all, right? She's that piece that says, I still believe in magic, okay? And if I could find her, that's not good. Oh, where did I put it? I hope my cat didn't take it, because she tends to do that. Here we go. She's all mixed up. All right. So if you haven't checked out the everlasting yet, which I'm sure she's on like half of our wish list, right? Don't sleep on her. She's that perfect amount of sparkle. As you can see, we're elevating the outfit. All Stephanie here is wearing is a white tank top and a denim jacket. But you could dress these up, you could dress them down. That perfect amount of sparkle with the reversible quatrefoils. Quatrefoils are another legend piece, another luxury piece. They're representative of balance and grace, which I love. This is the perfect gift to give somebody who balance, love, prosperity, okay? So the perfect gift to give somebody who just got maybe a promotion at work, or they're opening up a new chapter in life. So I paired her, of course, I wanted a story to tell. So I paired her with another quatrefoil favorite, which is the Chateau here. 2 Mars bracelets just for a little bit of bling. The Devotion with the heart, the Cherish bracelet if you wanted to build this up. We're gonna put in first, and I'll tell you why I did this. I was really torn between everlasting and eternal. So eternal is that long pendant key, okay? So like I said, somebody who's moving on. The key is actually representative of opening up a new chapter in your life as well. So I was really torn between the two, okay? And I was going through my pieces and I said, what pieces do I have that can tell the same story as that eternal necklace, but give me the classic elegant look of the everlasting? So of course I whipped out my Alexa, right? Okay, which has the lock on it. Now the lock is actually the opposite of the key, okay? So the key is opening new doors. The lock is representative of fortification, right? Protection. And well, that's great. It's not the story I was trying to tell just yet, okay? So I swapped out the Alexa and I thought, okay, protection symbolism is a cross, okay? So I paired her with the Eden necklace, which is all up in my pearl necklace business right now. But we're gonna piece these together anyway, just not like this. Okay. Can you ladies tell I'm nervous? Drop some hearts. Drop some hearts if you can tell I'm nervous, just so I know you're here. If you are somebody who loves pieces that tell a story, drop a 1. Let us know. This is awful. This pearl necklace, I love her, but I will say she has the daintiest chain. So she is always getting mixed up. And I don't want to take all of your time here. So as we fiddle around with this, I need what we call like a spotter over here, somebody to detangle these. Brandy made a joke one time and I just thought it was hilarious about Daryl, her partner. He is her go-to like spotter, her detangler, and that's why he gets to go on the trip. So he's got to work for it, right? Okay, so sorry ladies. I'm gonna show you this. You're just gonna have to imagine with me, which is kind of what we're doing anyway today, right? Imagining and telling stories. So I paired Eden with Everlasting, okay? And then I did have the pearl up here, which is why she's all tangled up right now as like a little third layering piece. Pearls are representative of prosperity, beauty, motherhood, strength, okay? The cross pendant, representative of strength, fortification, a promise, all right? And then I still didn't have that key piece I was going for, right? So once I pulled out my Eden, I remembered we have a rose gold cross necklace, which is called the Saint. Okay? And the Saint, you may be surprised to find, has a little key. So cute, right? So the Saint is not in the current catalog. So she is limited edition is what we call it right now. She's still on the website, but she's not in the catalog. So if you like this, you may want to jump on it. I added in, because if we were going silver and rose gold, I was like, I got to do a full mixed metal look here. So I added in the Viper necklace, and then we're going to tie it all in with an arm party of the Lovey, of course, that tritone, rose gold, yellow gold, silver, with the heart for devotion. I love that we have a promise of protection and devotion with our cross pendant here on our miracle bracelet as well. And we're tying the quatrefoils in with the everlasting on our royal rose gold bracelet. Fun fact, royals are all two-tone and the rose gold is silver accents around those quatrefoils. So we've got that going together. If you need an earring and you want to do a mixed metal look, I'm going to recommend the Queenie, because those are gold, but they give the two-tone vibes with the clear crystals. If you're a matchy-matchy fan, you like the first arm party, you could do something simple like the hazy hoops, or even referring back to what I had up here before, the dovies, because dovies look great with silver, ladies. Okay? Rings, can't forget the rings, because rings are a symbol of unity. They make a great gift. The journey rings are a 3-pack, so if you have like a friend group, there's 3 of you, you could each break up the 3-pack and wear one of each. If you wanted to do a mixed metal look, and you might love this, you might hate it, you could do rose gold, rose quartz. Rose quartz is representative of love and emotion and fertility. You could do that with something simple like the yellow gold Sawyer, and then add in the opposite end to frame it of your journey. So you have a cool little arm stack, kind of boho, right? Or not arm stack, ring stack with that. And then, of course, all silver look, tying back in with the elegance of the everlasting. My pick is the Promise. You can't go wrong with this gorgeous designer-inspired ring. I'm sorry there is such a glare on my light. It doesn't usually do that, but the detailing on this is tremendous. She comes in both silver and gold as well. Okay, so what do we think so far? I'm trying to keep this to 20 minutes, which means I have 2 minutes left. I've got one more piece to show you. We're talking about mixed metals, so of course we're gonna dive into the Naughty, which I put, oh man, either too much coffee or not enough coffee. There we go. The Naughty, okay? So I love how Park Lane did these Naughty. We have a lot of, I love the fact that they put a lot of thought and effort into the names, okay? So these are called Naughty. The knot is representative of connection, unity, right? These are gonna be a perfect gift for your bridesmaids, maybe a bride-to-be. I love how they married together both the silver and the gold with the high polished and the textured finishes there. Gold representing vitality, silver here. Now silver in Park Lane world is actually rhodium from the platinum family. Platinum is indicative of strength and everlasting, right? So I loved that they did that. Let me double check my notes, keep us on track. These are gonna flatter every face shape, ladies, okay? So if you need me to try these on for you, just so you see them, they might be a little bit smaller than you anticipate. They are a true huggy style hoop, which is gonna make them great for every ear. They're very flattering. And these are the kind of earrings that you're gonna look at and 30 years from now, you're still gonna like, right? Which is awesome. Timeless romance, right? And I like the fact that you can wear them silver or gold side in. So they give you a little bit different look depending on the ear that you wear them on. They catch the light beautifully. I wanted to talk about these naughty. We talked about bows, we talked about knots, similar in culture vibe, historical reference to the knot would be the bow, okay? The bow can also be a symbol of more feminine energy than a standard knot, and also remembrance, okay? So your jewelry, of course, I love the fact that a lot of the times it can be a memoir. I have these lacy little hoops paired here with a Brinley and a princess for a more wedding style look, because we're on the peak of wedding season coming up in September. You might need something to wear. Gift wise, we could give these to little ears because they are very dainty, or we could give them to bridesmaids. I really want to touch on this princess necklace first. She is so sweet, so dainty, but this one, and I didn't realize it until a friend wore it, and she explained that it's this tiny little dog tag, right? And we all know that the dog tag, you know, if you have military members or family members, this is so representative of a warrior. So maybe it's somebody who overcame a battle in their life, right? They're struggling with their health, right? I love that the heart means devotion. They, if it's somebody overseas, the little cutout, they took a little piece of your heart with them, right? So as a veteran, this piece has a lot of meaning to me. Maybe it's something you want to gift to a little one whose mom and dad is out on deployment, or you're a mom with somebody serving or who has passed on, and you want a special way to always think of them. Okay, so that is the princess necklace. All right, so obviously I have a lot to talk about. There's literally so much that goes into all of it, but I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you a little bit about how your jewelry can tell a story. So I wore a story with you all today, and my life changed roughly 10 years ago. I was in the military and my dad passed away, okay? So I wore the Celeste ring for you as a devotion and some what is the word? Divine protection, okay? So we have the heart, we have the little cherubim here. That one is a remember all for me, for my dad. I love how it's almost like, you know, the rings that they would like press into the wax, or like a signet style. The Celeste, really, when I saw this, I knew I had to have it, okay? So my dad was always like my #1 fan, and my life kind of flipped upside down. There was a lot that went into it when that happened, but going down the road, Park Lane found me. I don't say I found Park Lane because I wasn't looking, okay? So with that, I felt like that brought me on a journey, okay? So the journey to becoming like who I am today. So I wore a tiger's eye bracelet because my dad always wore a tiger's eye necklace. Tiger's eye is indicative of bravery and courage. So starting Park Lane, I was very nervous because I had never done anything like it before. I always loved sparkle, but I was in the military. I had 3 little boys, 3 under 3. I did not think that jewelry was something I could do, right? So this one gives me courage Agate in the fig bracelet is representative of balance. Turquoise is representative of strength, so in the Kai bracelets, and the moon is representative of a change or a dream. So I really think that's cool how, and of course the McKenna dreams with the stars, the celestial pieces, how my life and my dreams have changed with Park Lane, okay? So the butterflies, we have lots of butterflies right now, a metamorphosis, a transformation. I wore the Serafina for you all, but I think the piece that means the most to me is the Moana earrings. And it's not because of the color, the look of the style, but it's what the Moana specifically represents. So when I started Park Lane, I didn't have my ears pierced. And Brandy, my gorgeous mentor, she mailed me a pair of the Moanas that she had adjusted to be clip-ons. And that meant so much to me. She left it with a fun and silly little note. If you know Brandy, it said no more naked ears, because I was doing my lives with naked ears, right? And it really does make such a difference. So I wore them every day for months. I got so many compliments. I felt beautiful. I felt connected. Felt like I was really where I was supposed to be. So I went in and I got my ears pierced, and then I was able to later gift my clip-on Moanas to a stylist who I mentor, who didn't have her ears pierced either. So that was a really cool full circle moment. All right, so as you can tell, jewelry for me, and I hope now for you, is about so much more than just style. It is about symbolism, and I want to know what pieces you're going to pick that are going to tell your story. So if you got some ideas and you have a little bit more on your wish list now, send that to your stylist. And I have a little gift for you guys. Now this is a surprise to the stylist as well, this gift. But so what I have done is I have, obviously a lot of information is packed into this lunch break short take. So I have created a couple graphics or a PDF printable with the different meaning behind the colors and the symbols in the jewelry. So you can pick the pieces that are going to best tell your story, right? If you have, you know, a huge story to tell, I want you to either drop a host in the comments or a join, because if you're ready to build a business with intention, and you may not even know it, but this could be right where you're supposed to be right now, okay? So tell her you want to do a decider show, all right? So if you book today or you grab your wish list, I am going to send to your stylist that free little PDF printout so you know what all of the different meanings and the colors represent in the jewelry, okay? So it's just a little fun gift for all of you in the swag bag as a thank you. This was a surprise, like I said, to them too, so I'm gonna post it in our Bauble Babes group right after this. But place your order and get on her calendar, right? It's a decider show, so that way we can all make it personal, make it ours, and you can try Park Lane on for size, because you never know. Let me make sure I said everything that I was supposed to say. All right, yes, so thank you, ladies. Don't forget, the most sparkling thing you can wear is your confidence, and I would love your jewelry to tell a story that makes you feel the most confident. I hope you have a beautiful day and you stay radiant.